Deviating from the path in Pokemon games has been rewarded since the dawn of the franchise. Trust me, nothing is more fun than beating Blaine as your fourth gym leader with a Zapdos. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that breaking the rules in Pokemon is fun. And it's even more fun in Pokemon Scarlet. I started a new game that was made for catching all the version exclusives for my Violet copy so I could get the shiny charm for maybe some future video challenges. Little did I know this would very quickly snowball into the absolute slaughter of all Nemona's children by the hands of one of the coolest looking shiny Pokemon in the entire Paldea region before I could even complete the tutorial. And this is how I did it. Completing the story beats until you have to enter Mesagoza is the objective here. Once you have access to this little grotto area, you'll have access to almost the entire map. If you come to this wall over here, you'll have the rare chance of finding a Pokemon on top of it, and if you challenge it to a battle, it'll teleport you all the way to the top of the hill. And believe it or not, you'll have access to almost the entire map from this location. Now, trust me, I get it. Traveling without the domesticated bike lizard gets boring over time, but once you've taken this luxury away from yourself, you'd be surprised how much more enjoyable the scenery can actually be. Stopping to actually take my time to walk around this region made me enjoy what little this game actually brought to the table. No matter how much the scenery looks like something ripped straight out of the PS2, it was still enjoyable to look at, meeting all the different Pokemon and people and all the sceneries and all the... Wait a minute, was that a shiny Meryl? I actually found a shiny Pokemon while sequence breaking the game. I actually caught a shiny Pokemon that is impossible to catch in the tutorial, is what I was telling myself, before I realized that Azurill can be found inside of the tutorial area. This was not a great feeling, but what it did was give me a purpose. A purpose to find a shiny Pokemon that couldn't be found in the tutorial. A purpose to find a shiny Pokemon that can't be found in any other regions except for Paldea. A purpose to catch one of the best looking shiny Pokemon that this game had to offer. And two Pokemon came to mind. But before we start, let's talk logistics. I'll be hunting at full odds, which means 1 out of 4,096. So I fully expect this to take a while. So if you're seeing this video, it means that I delivered. Just like you should deliver a press to that like button, share with a friend, subscribe if you're serious, and leave a derogatory hateful message down below for this absolutely shameless plug. Now, let's get back to me losing my sanity with the Pokemon Company about the fact that...
These are all black.
Oh, are they? Or are 5 in a dark black and 5 in a slightly darker black?
One of the shiny Pokemon that I had in mind was Dondozo. I loved its color scheme, and it had the same color palette as a McDonald's cup. And, ironically, they can both be found in the ocean. But, unfortunately, without the domesticated lizard jet ski, Dondozo can just decide to leave at any point and despawn itself. And, unfortunately, I don't think that I can ever financially recover from that. So, Dondozo was off the list. Which leads me to my next area. We're going to Mount Chiliad. Snowfield area of Glisado contains 21 spawns. 4 of them are Paldean Pokemon. 2 of them are Gravard and Houndstone. Gravard shiny looks fantastic, but unfortunately Houndstone absolutely ruins this shiny, so it's not gonna be them. The next is Frigibax, which definitely has a decent looking shiny, but not as good as my final option. Single-handedly one of the most terrifying Pokemon known to man. The name of this monster Pokemon? It's... my shiny Satotl. After running more laps around this mountain than in Skyrim when it comes to High Hrothgar, I ended up finding this cute little fella outside of the gates of Mount Evera. Jeez, I wonder where they got that name from. Anyways, so I captured the Satotl, googled how to evolve it, and used the ice stone that I probably found during this unnecessarily long cardio session that it took to find this thing. And just like that, I obtained Satitan, one of the coolest looking shiny Pokemon in this entire game. They take the whole whale design that Titan has and doubles down on it, changing it to the same color palette as an orca whale, which probably has to be one of my favorite aquatic animals of all time. So I am very happy to say that I have this in my own shiny collection. But now, I think it's time. I don't think I've ever been more excited for a rival fight in my entire life. Little does Nimona know, the monster that I've created, no, the god that I've created, in my own image, will be brought before her for this single rival fight. And so it begins. She exclaims that she brought 2 Pokemon to this Pokemon battle, but unfortunately, we all know 2 won't be enough. She leads Sprigatito, and I lead with Satitan. She uses Scratch, and it does an unbelievable amount of damage. But we quickly recover, and then we fire back with an Avalanche. And it's super effective, causing a lucky 1-hit KO. So effective that even Nimona herself is impressed. She then throws out our next opponent, a Palmy now leading the fight. After our dangerous blow from Sprigatito, I'm scared we might not survive much longer. Then she exclaims that she's been hiding something from us the entire time. She terastallizes Palmy, turning it into a Terra Electric type, and blasts Satitan with an ultra-powered Thunder Shock, leaving Satitan so shocked that I had to pretend not to notice me. As it recovers from that Jurassic blow, I understandably let her take a moment before we counterattack. But before we can, Palmy takes this chance to strike Satitan again with another Thunder Shock, completely paralyzing Satitan. But out of sheer will, determination, Satitan fights through the paralysis, and not only landing an Avalanche, but a full-on critical hit. And just like that, it was over. The fight to the death, and all of the close calls. Me and Satitan, we did it. We survived everything that Nimona had to throw at us, and we became victorious. Oh shit, I forgot, I have a class in like 5 minutes.